If you ask the average person on the street, how did the Batesville Area Arts Council get started? I'm sure nobody even knows. To me, that's the best badge of honor, is that when ownership is spread and everyone feels part of it. The beginnings of the RAA, which is now the Batesville Area Arts Council, happened in 1982. My husband and I had recently moved to this town. The one thing that we couldn't really find, and maybe it was here and I just didn't find it, is music teachers so that we could give our kids piano lessons and violin lessons and different things like that. I had a dear friend who was here about the same time, Janelle Hales. She and I together would go into Cincinnati and take our kids in. And we'd drive in the car together and we'd just say, why don't we just start something out in Batesville so we don't have to drive in here? Also, so the other kids can benefit. So in 1982, Janelle and I went and attended a conference in Indianapolis, and it was an arts and education conference. And really, it's the first time I'd ever heard about arts and education as being something that is integrated into the curriculum. We had 6 schools here. It was totally voluntary. We had maybe 10 or 12 teachers at 2 or 3 different schools. So it was enough to get started. So then we thought, well, how are we going to pay for this? So we decided to sell raffle tickets. So we had to get good things to raffle off. Somebody donated an antique car, and we had people from all over the area buying raffle tickets. So the same teachers signed up next time around, plus we got a few more. Then we had another raffle. I think we were about $500 short. Janelle invited William Hillenbrand over for dinner and had all of her kids perform, and they were really good. Violin, cello, piano. And he sat there and he listened, and he was pretty impressed. And she said, you know, this is what we're trying to do in the schools, and we're just a little short on our money, but we're doing pretty good, you know. And he said, well, how much do you need? And he sat down and wrote a check right on the spot. And that's the one thing I love about this community. There's very generous, really good-hearted, kind people that live here who really care. After that, what happened was the parents found out what was going on in the other classrooms. And they started saying, well, why aren't all the kids getting this? Pretty soon, every single teacher was signed up. So then the program was on the way. And then we thought, well, while we're at it, let's just do an arts council for the whole community. So at that point, we became one of the master sites. And there were only 3 of them in Indiana. We got recognized by the National Endowment for the Arts, which was really a compliment, because then we realized we really did have one of the best programs in the country. I believe it was 1991-ish. John Hillenbrand turned our name in to the Indiana State Commerce to be nominated as City of the Year. And we won. And one of the things they mentioned was that was the thing that tipped us in that direction, was because of the arts program, because not very many small towns have that. I think it's really neat that we bring really, really big things into this little small town. How many cities our size bring in symphony orchestras with fireworks displays? The companies use it as a tool. When they went out to get people to come here, they would say, oh, but the schools have this incredible arts program. Your kids, you're going to want to come here for this. When you get good people, it feeds the schools, makes the schools better, makes the community better, so it's like a cycle. The high school now, and well, all of the schools are in the top 10 in the state. Some of them have been in the top 3 in the last few years. I really think that the arts program had a lot to do with that. When all the school papers get thrown away, the things that get kept are the products that they did through our arts program. The book they created about spiders that have pop-up things and illustrations, and they'll look at that and they think, oh yeah, and they'll give you some fact about the spiders, which they never would have if they'd read it off the page of the book. Kids go home from school, they take these great projects, they do these great things in class, and I think the parents sometimes don't realize where this money is coming from. Recently, I went to a high school class, and I said, how many of you have been involved with Batesville Area Arts Council programs in the schools? And no one raised their hand. And I said, have you ever done anything with Don Edwards or Bonnie Stoliker or Reed Steele or Andrea Grimsley, who did this spectacular mural, which is behind me in this video? And they went, oh yeah, I did that. And then the hands started coming up, you know. They didn't even know. We have a lot of kids that have come out of our Batesville schools who have gone into the arts and have gone on to use arts in their work a lot. I mean, more than normal in a small town. Another thing that I think is unique and really amazing about the Arts Council and has helped it maintain its growth is that we don't just get our money from one source. The biggest source of our money is our annual arts auction, and this is because of the great people we have working on this. The main thing that we use that money for goes to the Arts and Education program. And another program that kind of goes hand in hand with ours is the Joan and John W. Hillenbrand Vision Fund for Innovation. Probably 50% of what the Vision Fund does is to pay half of our arts programs. In addition, we have admissions to events, which we try to keep low, and we offer a lot of things for free. And we also have grants that we write, and we also have memberships. People joined and gave their $25, and that said, hey, I'm with you, I'm committed to this, I know this is valuable to the community, and I may not have a lot of expendable money, but I can at least do this. And that keeps this program going. So I would plead with everyone, let's keep this going for the adults that want to see a play, for the people that want to come in here as an orchestra or a string quartet, or for the people that just love the murals and the public artworks that we put out. Let's keep it going.